But I hope everyone is having a great start to their month of May. Happy Tuesday, everyone. My name is Robin Sullivan. I'm a very blessed Diamond Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. And tonight is our gut health product training. So I know that some of you may have hopped on this call and you may be thinking, like, what in the world did I just get myself into? I just said I wanted to, shed a few pounds for the summer, get summertime fun. And now I'm hopping on Zoom calls and getting all these invites. And what I want you to walk away from this call tonight is two specific things. One, I want you to walk away knowing how to take these products to gain optimal results. And two, I want you to walk away from this call being able to explain to someone else what it means to be focusing on your gut health. Because I'm sure that there are going to be some people in your sphere of influence that are going to ask you, oh, so what are you doing? You're feeling better and your skin's looking different and you're feeling great, and they're going to ask you, what are you doing? And when you say I'm focusing on my gut health, well, honestly guys, saying you're focusing on your gut health, it doesn't roll off the tongue very nicely. It's not super sexy sounding, but I can guarantee you this: if you knew what I knew about gut health and the power of your gut and really getting your gut healthy from the inside out, you would be a lot more confident and convicted when you begin to share with your friends and family that you're focusing on gut health. So, tonight, I want you to learn about when you focus on the bacteria in your intestines, y'all, the trillions of bacteria that live inside of you. You are going to be amazed at what that does to transform your health, because there is a roadway, really a super highway inside of your gut that connects your gut to your brain. It's bacteria in your gut that actually affects your brain chemistry. It helps you deal with stress. It helps you deal with emotions. It can help you not have to deal with depression and anxiety. I know a lot of people have been dealing with that just because of kind of the environment we've been in for the past 16 months, 16 plus more months. If you have the right variety of bacteria in your gut, you are really going to be killing it in the health and happiness department. That's the reason why our company is called the Health and Happiness Company. But here's the thing, y'all. Most of us, including myself, I'm owning this as well. And I've been kind of this health guru for the past almost 8 years. Most of us don't eat enough plants or plant fibers in order to get our gut healthy from the inside out naturally, just without doing anything else but just diet alone. Okay. We're not ingesting enough plants and plant fibers. And so that just happens to be the what your good gut bacteria loves to feed on, what its favorite food. So if you're not doing those things, then naturally you're probably going to have an imbalance in your gut. So if you're on any type of keto or paleo diet, and all of those are great, guys, okay, you are eating a lot of fats and a lot of meats, but you're not getting a lot of plant fibers, and your gut bacteria really loves um, plants and plant fibers, which is going to help your good gut bacteria multiply. Okay. So that's really where Plexus comes in, because Plexus is going to give you the food to your gut to make the good bacteria want to stay there and so that they replicate. Okay. That is the goal, because most of us have an imbalance of our gut. We have more bad gut bacteria than we do good gut bacteria, and it should be flipped. It should be the exact opposite. When you have the right amount of right bacteria, good gut microbes, your immunity, your immune health is naturally going to increase, because 80% of the cells from your immune system, they rest in your gut and they are constantly giving off antibodies. So is anybody looking to have a stronger immune system? I don't know about y'all, but I'm really still looking to have a stronger immune system. And I know I have a rock solid immune system. So we're going to be talking about one of our awesome products that just came out here recently called Immune Plus. Specifically, we'll talk about that. But naturally, if you're on the triplex combo, you're already doing the first step to really address increasing your immunity. Okay. So that is important. And that's really the most important part of gut health. There's lots of other factors that go along with gut health as well that we'll talk about tonight. Also, finally, another thing that people normally have not really heard of or don't know, they don't know that your metabolism is also rooted in the gut. So your ability to burn calories, lose weight, all the things that people usually come to Plexus for is rooted in gut health. And so, how do you take care of your gut? That's the $1,000,000 question. How do you take care of your gut? Well, you can eat right. Okay. You can exercise. You can drink non chlorinated water. You can do so many things. But the thing about doing diet, exercise, drinking non chlorinated water is that you are checking your gut bacteria, you're checking your balance. If you're doing that on a regular basis, most of the time people are not. But if you are doing that, what I can tell you is that when you start taking these products, you're going to be feeding those good gut microbes. And I'm going to tell you specifically how. And you're going to be feeding those, you're going to be killing off those bad gut microbes. I hear somebody saying, or I see somebody in the chat saying that the sound is choppy. Is the sound choppy? Can y'all hear me? Is it good?
Sounds, yeah.
It's good? Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's someone's phone. I'm not sure. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is our flagship product. It's called Plexus Slim. It's our pink drink. And there's two different kinds. Okay. We have the Slim MBA. The smaller package is called Slim MBA. It's microbiome activating. Okay. It specifically promotes good gut health. Really, both of our Slims, they both are gut health drinks, but this one more so because it just has a different prebiotic fiber in it. Okay. That specifically addresses really feeding those good gut microbes. Okay. Someone said their sound is choppy too. It's so strange.
I can hear you very well. I hear you clear. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
That
Sorry
was
about
good
that,
to
guys. I
me.
don't know why it's choppy for some. But so that's what this Slim MBA is
Clear on
going
my
to do.
end.
Okay. Now, Slim HC is our other one. This is the one that's a bigger packet. HC stands for hunger control. I normally recommend this to people only because the average person that I talk to is wanting to shed a few pounds. And most of the time, I'm also talking to people who maybe have cravings. They've got either sugar or carb cravings. They've got some maybe bad habit like I did, a Dr. Pepper addiction, a Coke addiction, whatever. And they need to get control over that. This is going to help because it's a bigger packet because it has more prebiotic fiber in it that helps you to feel more satiated, helps you to feel full faster. So that is a Slim HC. Okay. A lot of people will take this not only to balance their blood sugar, because our Slim was actually created for type 2 diabetics. Okay. So it's designed to help balance blood sugar. But a lot of times people also take this not only to help them to get control of their hunger cravings or their sugar cravings or whatever. They also use it to help with their lipid levels, with their triglycerides, which are your fat levels. They also take it to help regulate their blood pressure and their cholesterol. All of those things really, really help when you take either one, but specifically Slim HC is great for doing all that, plus helping you to gain some willpower over food. That was my specific issue. Okay. What you're going to do is I personally take it when I break my fast every day. I do intermittent fasting. And so I drink my Slim to break my fast. A lot of people, if they don't do intermittent fasting, which is totally fine, you're going to drink it in the morning, or you could drink it right before your meal. Okay. The bottom line here, guys, and the one thing I'll keep saying over and over and over again tonight is you don't want to miss a day. Okay. You want to be consistent. Plexus and any supplements that you take, any vitamin, any minerals that you're putting in your body to fill nutritional gaps, they have to be taken consistently, i.e., every single day, because it's just like birth control, guys. If you sometimes take birth control, it's going to sometimes work. Okay. It's the same thing with these products. You've got to get really consistent and commit yourself to minimum 60 to 90 days. That is really where you're going to see the magic happen, because these are plant-based products and it's very difficult for you to see the results that you're looking for when a lot of us have done years and years of damage of eating processed foods, of taking a bunch of steroids and antibiotics, of not drinking really any water, not having our body hydrated, us being backed up. We've got a lot of toxic waste in our system. We'll talk about that. It's very difficult to reverse that in 30 days. Okay. Do we have to take 2 a day, or can we, trying to see this question, or do you have to can we give off? Yes. Okay. I'm so glad you said that. So there's a lot of people that read the back of our packaging, and I will be the first to say, I'm not in love with necessarily what the back of our packaging says, because they kind of give a general, like a very general response to how to take the products. But I really encourage you to ask your sponsor specifically what they would recommend, because unless you want to run out of your Slim every 15 days, you should only be taking one. Now, I have so many people that they decided that they wanted to take 2 Slim a day. And guess what? It did balance their blood sugar faster. It did bring their levels down in the area of blood pressure and cholesterol faster when they took 2 a day. But you don't have to take 2 a day. I've only in my 8 years drank 1 Slim a day. Okay. So don't think that it says you can take up to 2, that's the norm. Most people, I would say, I would eventually all 100 people on this call, probably 90% of them take only 1 Slim a day. Okay. So don't think that you're not getting good results or you're not getting results at all if you only take 1. That's the norm. Okay. So I'm glad someone asked that question. So that is the Slim. All right. Now, the next product I want to talk to you about, this is all in our triplex. Our triplex combo is the most popular combination that we have, product combo that we have. We have lots of product combos, but triplex is by far the most popular. It's what I started out with and what I've stuck with for the past 7.5 years, plus a lot of the other products I take too, and I'll talk about that. But our ProBio 5 is really what is changing the game for so many people. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. It is also the product that could put you into maybe a little bit of detox. Okay. You really want to start this product slowly. You don't want to take, because this one will say you could take up to 4 capsules, and you can. And it is recommended that you take up to 4 capsules if you know you're dealing with a lot of candida yeast issues. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit into that, but not too super duper in depth tonight. So if you're curious about what I'm talking about, maybe you've heard of it, not sure what it is, just look up candida yeast overgrowth, candida yeast symptoms. Just go Google it. You'll get a treasure trove of information. It's not a Plexus thing. It's just a gut health thing. But our ProBio 5 is second to none, but it can put you into a little bit of detox, especially if you start too quickly. Do not ever start any of our products except for 2, and I'll specifically say which 2 those are, where you want to take the loading dose early on. Taking 4 of these a day is taking the loading dose. You don't want to do that initially. You want to ease into it. Take 1 at bedtime. Also, by the way, if it says to take something at a certain time of day, guess what, guys? It doesn't matter when you take it. I have been on these products for almost 8 years. I take my products all at the same exact time whenever I eat my first meal, whether I'm doing intermittent fasting, eating breakfast in the morning, whichever. I take all my products at that particular time, all my capsules, every single one of them. And so if you know you are not going to be able to remember to take this at bedtime, I'd recommend that you take it during the day whenever you take all your other products. But if you can remember to take this at bedtime, these products were designed, specifically ProBio 5, it has a digestive enzyme and an antifungal that helps to break down some of that candida yeast in your system, which is then going to help you to get the balance in your gut that you're looking for. Instead of having more bad gut bacteria, you're going to then switch the balance and have more good gut bacteria in your system, which is going to help a lot of these candida yeast overgrowth symptoms to wane, to dissipate. And it's because of the antifungal and the digestive enzymes in the ProBio 5. And so it is said that your body breaks down a lot of this candida yeast more and more optimally and more efficiently when your body is at a resting state. Okay. And so that's the reason why it says you can take this at bedtime. If you can put this bottle on your nightstand or put it in your bathroom on your vanity before you brush your, after you brush your teeth, you have a bottle of water sitting there all the time with this, and you can chug down some water, get your water in, and take 2 to 4 of these capsules. That is what you want to do. If not, take it during the day. No harm, no foul. Okay. But what I want you to understand, though, is maybe you are starting to notice some detox symptoms, even with 1 or 2 ProBio 5. Okay. It's not the time, if you're experiencing any detox symptoms, that's not going to be the time for you to up your ProBio 5. It's really time to take it down a little bit. So let's just say you started taking 1 ProBio 5 at night and you're feeling good, but then your sponsor told you, hey, okay, if you're feeling good, up it to 2. Let's say you start upping it to 2, you feel even good with 2. And then your sponsor says, hey, why don't you up it to 3? You up it to 3 and you start having some detox symptoms. We'll talk about that in a minute. Then it's time to either bring it back down. I have tons of friends that have pushed through. And meaning push through the detox, they just stayed at 3 and they're like, I know I'm getting to the other side of this. I'm just going to deal with it. Kelly Temple's raising her hand. You want to unmute yourself and tell us what you experienced, Kelly?
Yes. I had some headaches, like just feeling not quite right. And then I got some rashes on my torso. And, but Robin said, push through because I had real gastro issues. And I'm glad I did because after about 5 or 6 days a week, I was feeling great and I haven't looked back since. So
Yeah. And
it's so important to check with your sponsor because
yes.
I may have quit if I hadn't.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that you shared that because it really depends on the person. You know, Kelly was like, because she knew she was dealing with some GI issues. She took my advice, she did push through, but now she feels amazing because you're dealing with the healing and repairing of your gut. You're killing off the products are killing off this bad gut bacteria and replenishing the good gut bacteria. And a lot of times your body may detox. Sometimes people don't ever experience detox. It just depends on the person. So either push through or back down and ease your way back up, whichever way works for you, that's fine. But Kelly just happened to push through. So I want to go back.
Hey, Robin,
Uh-huh.
are you streaming?
I can't. It's not
Oh,
letting
no.
me, girl.
Okay, no worries.
I'm sorry. I tried.
I see you're recording, so no
Yeah,
worries.
I am
Thanks.
recording. Yeah, I tried, but it just wouldn't work. I got to figure out what's going on with Zoom again. So I want you to go back to one if you are, or go back to one or two if you are feeling like you're dealing with detox, or you could do like what Kelly just said. You could push through. Okay. But what we want you to know is I want you to work on getting the best results. So the key here is exactly what Kelly said. Talk with your sponsor. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You want to continue. A lot of times people start to feel just a little bit icky, or maybe they have, some sort of slight reaction to the Slim, maybe because of the green tea extract, and they're like, oh, like I can't do this. Push through. I'm telling you, there's always something better on the other side of really focusing on getting to the root cause. Okay. So the other thing
Robin, this is Angela.
Hey.
Where should a person be in terms of one or two, depending on maintenance? I mean, should they strive to
Depending
be
on what, Angela?
depending on I guess the regular dosage they need to be on? I know they start at one and then maybe go up to two. Is that where they need to be at two rather than one, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody should start out at one. Okay. Taking 2 ProBio 5 permanently is only the maintenance dose. So what I normally tell people is I will ask them, I'll either tell them, go Google Candida yeast overgrowth, or go look at, there's a graphic out there, Angela, that's like a woman that's holding her head. And it gives a pretty good list. It's not a totally exhaustive list, but it's a pretty decent list of Candida yeast overgrowth symptoms. And so I ask people to look at that list. If they tell me they're dealing with 5, 6, 7, 8 issues on this list, and there's almost like 30 issues on the list, then that lets me know they're dealing with some Candida yeast overgrowth. So we've got to address that. And so I will always recommend, hey, you want to start off with 1 up to 2, but eventually I'm going to try to get them probably by month 2. Okay. So I'm starting them slow. So by month 2, I am saying to them, hey, you probably want to get an extra bottle of ProBio 5 if you can. Okay. Because you're going to want to get to that loading dose to really start addressing the Candida yeast. If you only take 2 ProBio 5 forever, you're just going to be maintaining, right? That's the maintenance dose. But going up to 4 is really where you're addressing this Candida yeast overgrowth, and you're really focusing on changing the balance in your gut. Okay. And eventually you'll probably be able to come back down once you start seeing, oh, wow, I'm not having a lot of these symptoms anymore. I'm not having any more cravings. I'm not dealing with a lot of this brain fog. Then what you're going to do is then you'll start backing down and you can stay at the maintenance dose at some point. Some people, honestly, have stayed on 4 ProBio 5 forever. I usually am naturally on 3 ProBio 5, just always. I always want to get my immunity up. I want to keep it up. I constantly want to make sure that I'm addressing whatever cravings I normally would have, which for me, I don't have a sweet tooth, but I have carb cravings. And so I normally just take 3 ProBio 5. So you got to figure out what's the best for you. I'm seeing some people in the chat saying some people, they just take 4 daily, like permanently. A lot of people do that. So you just got to figure out what's right for you. Okay. Detox symptoms, like Kelly said, you could have a headache. You could have cravings, fatigue, nausea, you could have bloating, you have increased urination. A lot of times increased urination usually is not detox, it's usually more because of the extra water intake. Because most people, when they start Plexus, they are not drinking half their body weight in ounces of water. And that's the other big thing that I would recommend. If nothing else in this Plexus journey, please understand the importance of proper hydration. If you weigh 150 pounds, you really should be drinking 75 ounces of water every single day. If you weigh 200 pounds, you really should be drinking 100 ounces of water every day. Proper hydration is absolutely essential. And I know it seems very overwhelming for some people, especially if they're having to take, 100 plus ounces a day, take that in, but just get intentional. Get your Sam or Costco bottles of water out. If you have 20-ounce bottles of water, make math super easy. You're going to drink 5 of those bottles a day. You should wake up in the morning, first thing when you hit the floor, drink a full bottle of water, get dressed, go about your day, have 2 to 3 bottles sitting at your desk at work, or if you work from home, have 2 to 3 bottles sitting on your desk. For me, I do it super easy because I'm at home all day because I work from home permanently. I just have my Yeti cup, my 40-ounce Yeti, constantly fill it up. I know if I fill it up twice with ice and water and I drink that whole thing, I've had my ounces for the day, more than enough. Okay. So it's really, really important to hydrate and understand that detox is a real thing, but it's important to get to the other side. Okay. The other thing that I want to share with you is if you're wanting to kind of subside some of the detox symptoms, but you want to push through like Kelly did, I always recommend that if you're noticing fatigue in the beginning of your journey, don't worry, that's normal. Just take a nap, right? Just respond to what your body's telling you. Then take a nap. I want you to take some Epsom salt baths. That can also help to detox your system and to make it easier. Milk thistle also works. Milk thistle is really good for detoxing. And then again, just make sure that you are hydrating your body. That is so incredibly important. Okay. Add lemon to your water. That can help. Also, I recommend that you stay off the scale for the first 60 days. Do your initial weigh in. If you're wanting to gain weight loss, if you're wanting to lose weight on Plexus, I really recommend that you do your first weigh in, you put it on your measurement chart, but after that, put the scale away for the first 60 days. Okay. I only lost 2 pounds in my first 60 days with Plexus, but I lost 19 inches of fat. So what I did keep out on my counter in my bathroom was a measuring tape. I measured myself initially, okay, and I measured myself every single week. I would have my mother, she lives with me. I would have my mother measure me every single week because I personally wanted to see the progress that I was making. And you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day. It's very difficult for you to see the changes in the decrease of inflammation in your face, your back fat. It's hard for you to see those things, right? But if you're measuring yourself, you're going to see how these areas are slimming down. You're going to feel it in the way your clothes fit. You're going to see your thighs aren't rubbing together anymore. Like, man, that was a big thing for me. It was like, oh my God, my thighs aren't rubbing together. So make sure that you're measuring self, throw the scale away, i.e. put it away for the first 60 days, because you'll be so much more motivated when you see all these fat inches that are dissipating, even if the scale is kind of fluctuating or staying in the same place for a good bit. Okay. All right. Next product is BioCleanse. BioCleanse is a game changer, y'all. I cannot tell you how many people absolutely do not realize that they are just straight up constipated. If you are eating 3 times a day, you should be eliminating, i.e. pooping 3 times a day. Most people are not doing that. Okay. Most people that I talk to before they start Plexus, they are telling me, hey, yeah, I poop, once every couple of days. Some people even are going once every 3 or 4 days. Guys, that is not healthy, because the average person is carrying around between 5 and 25 pounds of toxic waste in their system. If you've never looked at, this is pretty disgusting, but just bear with me. If you've never looked up mucoid plaque, just look up mucoid plaque. It is absolutely horrendous what ends up being lodged in your system when you are backed up and you are not going to the bathroom regularly. So BioCleanse is not a laxative, though. A lot of people are like, oh, cleanse, that word kind of scares me. It's not a laxative. It is super gentle. A laxative is actually not good for you, as it makes your intestines contract unnaturally and to push out your bowels. Okay. And you don't want that. Okay. Instead, BioCleanse is a cleanse that has tons of magnesium. So it's going to draw water into your intestines and gently flush out those toxins, and also flush out the bad yeast that the ProBio 5 has killed off. Okay. So you don't want that sitting in your gut. You don't want this bad dead yeast sitting in your gut. You want to flush out of your system. So I always tell people, especially when people try to start, "Oh, I'm going to start cutting back and I may just try this one product and not try the other." I always tell people, uh, taking Probio 5 without BioCleanse is like scrubbing your toilet without flushing your toilet. No one cleans their toilets on Saturday mornings and scrub the toilet without flushing it. Really need to have both. So all three of these, the triplex was created, the Slim, the Probio 5, and BioCleanse. It was created to work synergistically together. So it's super, super important. Someone's asking what's Miralax. Miralax is a laxative. Yeah. And a lot of people that I know, they have their kids on Miralax, they're on Miralax, and they're on it long term. And it's just really damaging for your system. So if you know people that have their kids on Miralax or they're on Miralax, I'm telling you, BioCleanse is the way to go. And it's our least expensive product that we have on our product line. So there's no reason to not take it. Okay. So don't always go by the bottle. A lot of people, they'll look at the back of the bottle, it says take up to 2 every, between meals, up to 4 a day. You could actually take up to 6 BioCleanse a day. We have 3 different counts in our BioCleanse. We have a 60, a 120, and a 180. The people that buy a 180 count, they're either buying it for their whole family to take it, or they're buying the 180 because there are some people that need to take consistently 6 BioCleanse. I mean, that's just the way their bowels are. That's just the way their bowels move. They move so slowly. In order to get things going, they need to take 6 BioCleanse. My mother was a great example of this. She started BioCleanse 7 years ago when I started. She didn't think it was going to work because nothing ever worked for her. Castor oil, prune juice, prunes, all the things. And she was very, very certain that BioCleanse was not going to work. But when she started BioCleanse, I had her start to 3. 3 wasn't doing that much. I had her go up to 4, then 5, then 6. It took 6 BioCleanse that she had to take probably the first month to really get her bowels moving and cleanse her system out. And now she's on a maintenance dose of only taking 3 a day. And she's been doing that for years and years and years. And she consistently goes to the restroom. That's never happened for my mom. So it's a game changer for people. So you want to drink lots of water, especially when you start all of these products, but especially the BioCleanse and Probio 5. You really need that with this product in order to flush out all the toxins. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was on my leg and it started falling asleep. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some of our other really fun products. We're going to start talking about Boo Boo, and we're going to start talking about our collagen. Okay, this is a game changer. You've probably seen a lot of people talk about collagen here lately. It's because it's amazing. It literally is helping us to age backwards and for our skin to glow and for our skin to be smooth and soft and supple. It also helps with hair, skin, and nails. Okay, so all 3. I have to tell you, I used to not really be a big coffee person. My husband loves coffee. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I love the taste of coffee. I used to work at a coffee shop. And so when I started collagen, I was like, man, I sometimes do my protein shakes. I normally do my smoothies, but I really wanted something else to be able to put my coffee in. So I started putting my collagen and I started drinking coffee for the first time. And I absolutely love collagen in my coffee. It's kind of serves as a creamer. It makes it very creamy. And so collagen is really great for that. You use 2 scoops in whatever drink you want once a day, and it does the trick. We also have an amazing AM and PM serum, which is our Joyome. It's anti-aging. And it is literally the best skincare regimen I've ever had. I've used lots of things, usually would kind of stuck with Aveda or Origins. Love those 2 product lines. But Joyome has by far been the best and done the most to improve my skin over the course of probably 2 years. I think we've had our skincare line out. And then our last Joyome product is our cleanser. This is our gel cleanser. It's a really good cranberry citrus gel cleanser. It is amazing because it's super concentrated. You only do 1 pump. It really lathers on your face really, really well. And I use it in the morning and at night. So it's really, really good. So I highly recommend all of our skincare products. And one thing I really encourage you to do, make sure that you're getting your subscription, you're keeping it in place, because when you join Plexus, when you join to get the wholesale discount, you earn 250 perks credit. Those are called perks points. That's $25 automatically that you have towards free product. So if you're just sharing, if you're just taking the product and you're not sharing it with friends and family, which I highly recommend that you do, decide to share with 3 friends so you can get your products for free. If you decide not to do that, know that you always have in your back pocket, every time your subscription goes through, you're getting money towards those perk points every single month. So $25 when you first join, an extra $10 the next month, an extra $10 the next month. By the time you're in your 3rd month, you've got a free bottle of collagen. So highly, highly recommend that you just stick with it. Stick with it for 60 days, and at least you'll get a free bottle of collagen out of it, and you'll feel a ton better. The other product I want to talk to you about now is our Active. Okay, our Active is a game changer product. I'm so excited that they came out with this product because so many people, especially young folks that are taking 5-hour energies, they're drinking Bang and Monsters and Red Bulls and all the things, especially college students, just to stay away, get through their classes, all the things. They're drinking a lot of liquid poison. It's tons and tons, 50, 60 grams of sugar. And while we're talking about people that drink those types of drinks, there are people that drink big, Route 44s at Sonic, and those have just as much sugar, y'all. So none of it's really good for you. But this particular product, Active, is just amazing for boosting performance and mental clarity. It helps to really subside a lot of the brain fog that people have, that mental clarity, like you wake up, and especially kind of in COVID season, everybody feels like it's Groundhog Day. It's like the same day every day. And this really helps you to get focused, especially when you have had tons of distractions the past 16 months, with everybody and their grandmother being in the house, being stuck at home. And so I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, Active has helped me to really just stay on my game. It does support also natural oxide level production, and it reduces oxidative stress. Just go look up nitric oxide levels. You'll see some fun things that increased nitric oxide levels do. And nitric oxide specifically, just to give you a little bit of backdrop, it's important because it allows your blood to flow throughout your body more efficiently. And it also helps with the nutrients to travel to different parts of your body more effectively. That's what nitric oxide does. Active also contains green tea, yerba mate, and S7 plant-based nutrient blend. This plant-based nutrient blend, y'all, includes broccoli, kale, turmeric, beets, antioxidant-rich superfoods. And as we all know, all of those things are really good as natural antioxidants that protect your cells against damage and disease. And this also really can act like an antiviral, an antidepressant, anti-inflammatory, which is important for everyone. So there's so many more benefits. A lot of people take Active because it tastes yummy. We have a flavor called peach mango, super yummy. But we also, a lot of times people think, oh, I take it so I have more energy, I have more mental clarity, and I boost my performance. But it is so many other things. So know that this is really good fuel for your body. Okay. There's nothing artificial or gross in this or in any of our products. All of our products are plant-based. These are ingredients that come from the earth. I take mine probably around 2 every day. A lot of people may be like, Robin, that's kind of late. No wonder you stay up late. Because some people are like, I have to take it before noon, or I'll be up at night. If you want to go to bed like at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, you may want to take a little bit earlier. I take mine usually in the afternoon, sort of going to late afternoon, because I kind of like staying up late. So that is our Active. Okay. We also have an amazing multivitamin called X Factor Plus. Okay. Our X Factor Plus is really high potency multivitamin. Like, you're going to feel the difference when you stop taking it. All vitamins and minerals in this particular vitamin, all it means is that they're highly bioavailable. When something is highly bioavailable, that means that it actually absorbs into your system. It has a higher absorption rate. So it's going to get to those deficient cells, and it's actually going to do what multivitamins are supposed to do, which is fill nutritional gaps. Okay. So it means if you're on a multivitamin, let's just say you've been on a Women's Centrum 7 multivitamin Centrum, whatever, from Walmart, GNC, Whole Foods. If you're on just any sort of regular multivitamin and you're not feeling the difference, but you do feel like your urine is super yellow, it's probably because it's not absorbing into your system. and it's just passing through your urine. Okay. One of the other really great things about X Factor Plus is the B vitamins that are in it. It helps you to stay energized. So you do want to take this probably at your first meal, if not first thing in the morning, because you can. A lot of times people will try to take this at night with their Probio 5, and they're like, "Oh, why was I so awake? Why couldn't I go to sleep?" It's because they're taking their X Factor vitamin at night. So take it during the day. It also contains a microbiome activating complex that helps to address your gut as well. The last thing I want to tell you about X Factor Plus is also clinically proven to help with menopausal and premenopausal symptoms. So if you know people in your life that are dealing with hot flashes, I highly recommend our X Factor Plus. Okay. We also have an amazing weight loss product that's specific for boosting your metabolism. It's called MetaBurn. Okay. MetaBurn is amazing because it contains 5-HTP. If you don't know what 5-HTP is, it is specific for mood support. Okay. It's a natural mood enhancer and it helps with focus as well. But this product is not really meant for mood, even though it helps with mood because it has 5-HTP in it. It's meant to help with fat burning in a lot of those stubborn areas around your belly and your thigh meat. And I don't know about y'all, like I said earlier, I needed help in the area of my thighs rubbing together. And this product came right on time because I turned 40 when this product came out. And it was right when my metabolism took a major nosedive. Anybody 40 or and above, and they realize, oh, I can't just eat anything I want anymore. Like I actually have to do something. This is going to help with that. Plus, obviously, moving your body and putting the right things in your system. Okay. It also is designed again to boost your metabolism. It is natural. It's no synthetic caffeine in it. Each capsule has less caffeine than a cup of coffee. And it says to take one capsule twice a day on the bottle. Some will take one in the morning and take one at lunch. I take both of mine at the same time. It really doesn't matter, guys, honestly. And if you're sensitive to caffeine, take it again by early afternoon. It's the same thing with X Factor Plus, is that this does have a little bit of caffeine in it, like I said. So you want to take this by early afternoon at the latest. And some need to take this on a full stomach. I've not had that experience, but some people I've heard them say, hey, I really need to take this like with a meal, then take it with a meal. The X Factor Plus, I forgot to say that, you really do need to take X Factor Plus with the meal. It is so super potent. It's such a strong and it's just an amazing multivitamin because it's highly absorbable. You are going to want to eat that with a meal because you might even feel sick if you take it on an empty stomach. But it's not because it's not doing what it needs to do. It just means that you need to have something on your stomach, something that you've eaten. Okay. Vital Biome is the next product I want to very quickly go over because we're running a little bit out of time. It contains 8 healthy strains. It's our other probiotic, but contains 8 healthy strains of probiotics as well as 2 psychobiotics. And I know many of you may be thinking, what's a psychobiotic? I've never heard of psychobiotic, but those are those directly that impact your mood, anxiety, and stress. And they're clinically proven to help in this area specifically. Okay. So it's legitimately a chill pill. Okay. It's a product that a lot of people didn't even know they needed until they actually began to feel differently when they started taking it. Okay. I cannot tell you how many people they were like, oh, I guess I'll give this Vital Biome a try, not thinking they really need, not thinking they have issues with mood, not thinking they have issues with anxiety, not thinking they have issues at all, like ups and downs. But once they start taking it, they realize, wow, I feel so much more even keel. So it's a game changer product. So I highly, highly recommend incorporating Vital Biome in your regimen at some point. Okay. We honestly, guys, we forget how good we're supposed to feel. And once you start feeling better, you don't want to go back to feeling that way, feeling the way you felt before. And that's why you hear so many people that are plexus lifers, so many people, because they're like, I don't want to feel that way again. I now know what it means to actually feel good. Some people actually do, by the way, take 2 Vital Biome a day. And you can get even better results by doing that. Okay. Ease is our other product. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring on my Miss Elnita. Is she around? Ease. You can talk about both Ease and Nerve really quickly if you can. We've got about 5 minutes left, Miss Elnita.
Okay. All right. I can do it.
Okay.
So Ease is one of our pain management products. It's in that family. And it's good for muscle and joint pain, headaches, cramps, arthritis, asthma, fibromyalgia. It has turmeric extract, New Zealand green mussel powder. So if you're allergic to shellfish or something like that, you wanna be careful. It has bromelain and serrapeptide in it, an enzyme. The benefits, it's anti-inflammatory. It helps with that. Anti-cancer. It rejuvenates your joints and your tissues. It supports gut health, and it's good for your liver. It's not bad like acetaminophen, and it works at the cellular level. So that's these capsules. This is one of the products you can take a loading dose.
From the
So you,
beginning.
yes, you could take 2-3 times a day. That's the loading dose, and you will feel better. I live by this. Let me say the cream real quick. The
Mhm.
cream is topical. It goes on the outside. You can rub it on, and it helps too. It also has witch hazel in it. It has turmeric, and the New Zealand green mussel powder is in this too. It can help with varicose veins. It can help with muscle and joint bug bites, headache, tension headaches. You could rub it. So this is really good. It helps to fight inflammation as well at the cellular level. It helps with blood clots and flows, helps your blood flow. So it has witch hazel in it. Last product, Nerve. Nerve is, it stimulates nerve and regenerates them. So this is really a good product. It has vitamin B in it, and it's specially formulated, and it helps to regenerate your nerves. And if you have damaged nerves, it helps that as well. It has horse chestnut seed extract. This increases your blood flow and circulation. It has butcher's broom root powder in it. It helps your damaged nails, your nerves, and it helps to regenerate. It has folic acid in it that's specially formulated, and it also has B6. And I have 2 adult children that have MS, and when their neurologist told me get them B12, B6, folic acid, and B complex, this has everything in it. You don't have to buy it separately. My son's brain is healing. He's doing much better. So that's the short version. I'll give it back to you, Robin.
Such a blessing. So yes, Nerve and Ease are the 2 products that you can take the loading dose of from the very beginning. It's actually recommended. So if you know someone that's dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome, pins and needles, tingling sensation, neuropathy, nerve damage, anything like that, you are going to want them to get on the loading dose of Nerve, which would be 3 bottles that they need to purchase in a month. If they're dealing with chronic and systemic inflammation in their body, chronic pain, you're going to want them to take the loading dose of Ease. They could take the loading dose of both. I have seen people take the loading dose of both Ease and Nerve at the same time, have incredible results. It's probably the 2 unsung heroes of our product line. And then finally, we have our Mega X. It's a plant-based omega supplement. It's a complete omega. You're not going to have a fishy aftertaste because it comes from the ahi plant and not technically from fish. But it gives you the same benefits of omegas 3, 5, 7, 6, and 9. So it's a complete omega. You're not going to have to go buy separate omegas. Okay. We also have an amazing kids line that I almost forgot about. Our awesome kids microbiome drink. I cannot tell you how beneficial this drink is. You can't really see it because of the light, but it's basically like our kids' pink drink. It is going to fill so many nutritional gaps. So many of our kiddos are not eating, 4 and 5 stalks of broccoli and tons of asparagus and cauliflower and all the things that we know they really need to be eating, but they're not, because we probably aren't even eating that much, right? In the food pyramid, we're not getting all of the nutrients that we need. That's why supplementation is so important, because everybody has gaps, especially in this country. And even if you are eating whole foods, everything that comes from the earth, you have your own farm, our soil is still so different from the foods that we were eating that our parents prepared for us 30, 40 years ago. So kids microbiome drink is really going to do just that. It's going to help increase their DHA levels, which is great for heart and brain health. And it's really going to benefit them in filling those gaps nutritionally. And then our X Factor Kids is great because it is both a chewable, but it's a probiotic and a multivitamin combined. So I know most people are going back to in-person school. Like everybody's going back to in-person. Most schools are not going to be requiring mask anymore. And so you really need to be thinking about Immune Plus for your kiddos. B, I would also recommend X Factor Kids because this is going to give them the boost of immunity, but also be filling some of those nutritional gaps as well because the multivitamin, the minerals and vitamins that are contained in that. And between that and the kids microbiome drink, you're really going to get your kids set and good to go for this coming school year. So I think that's it. We had one other product that I forgot to mention, Lean. It's our amazing protein shake. It has 24 vitamins and minerals. Every bag that you purchase, 14 meals are being donated to Feed the Hungry or Feeding America. We have a whey protein and a vegan protein. Our whey protein and our vegan protein both come in, yes, the creamy vanilla and the milk chocolate. Both of them taste amazing. I'm not even a chocolate person, and I love both. If you want it to taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup, all you have to do is put a little bit of coconut milk, a little bit of almond milk, or just regular milk. And then put a little bit of peanut butter or PB2. PB2 is powdered peanut butter. It extracts 85% of the fat out, so it makes it powdered and it's less mess in your blender. Put that and 2 scoops of your chocolate Lean, and it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. Amazing. And this is something that is not going to be chalky or nasty or yucky. Your kids are going to enjoy it. Your husband's going to enjoy it. Your wife is going to enjoy it. So I highly recommend Lean if you're wanting to, again, have something that you're replacing a meal, you want to lose some weight, or even if you just want to maintain, but you know you need to add some more nutrients in your diet every day, Lean is a really great way to do that. So I hope this was beneficial. I tried to get this in record time, 8:50, almost on the dot. This is super, super, super important for you to share this when I post this recording. Share it with friends and family. Share it with the new people that have joined you on the journey, because knowledge is power. And having this information only to yourself, honestly, guys, is a little bit selfish. You want to share this knowledge with others because so many people think that there is a cure to every ailment by taking a prescription pill or a prescription drug. And that's not a cure, that's a Band-Aid, y'all. This is really getting to healing your body from the inside out and giving your body the nutrients that God intended for your body to have. So I hope this was beneficial. You guys have a great rest of your night. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Robin. Good night.
And
everybody.
thank
Bye.